No, well, Brad wanted me to call you to see if you could meet him in the park in front of the water fountain about 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Life to live.
He's practically proposing to you right under my nose.
Will can't believe he's losing Jenny, and Brad wants Lana out of his life. Then on General Hospital, who leaves the funny part to me. Mark thinks that Rick is going too far for David. And Gary knows how to get to Gina.
I hate you when you behave this way.
General Hospital after one life to live.
Beginning 1 hour from now, here on ABC.
It will, I assure you. Well, I'll get to it as soon as I can. Possibly later this afternoon. Fine, thank you. By the way, has Richard submitted his lockout yet? No, he hasn't. To make it a whole family evening, a real birthday party. So I'm going to have to spend the day running around town looking for a cake and a present for Paul. But a birthday party shouldn't really be that hard to deal with, should it? Oh, no, not really. It's just that, it points out how different we are now than we were years ago. I mean, then I would spend a week shopping. I mean, looking for something that was really special that I knew Paul would love. Well, now it just seems, it seems almost like an inconvenience. And, well, of course, Brian's going to be full of expectation. He's going to be watching every move, looking for signs to make sure that we are a real family. By the end of the evening, I'm probably going to be totally drained trying to walk the line of close, too close. I see. And I guess you're no closer to a solution to this thing than you were before, right?
as I can, because I think that's important. I want you to know
Why
that...
don't you sit down, too? I mean, you know, you're standing over us like this was a classroom lecture or something.
I hope you realize that the reason I want to talk to you is because I love you both very much.
Come on, Jenny.
And you just...
Brad, wait. Well, what were you going to say? Thank you. What time is your father meeting here? 1:30. About a half an hour to talk. You're meeting Brad at 3? Yeah. Where? In the park by the fountain. Why there? I assume because nobody will see us. Nobody who knows us, anyway. I guess you're right. Yeah. No. There's a small voice in my mind that keeps telling me to ask you to come with me, but the words won't come out of my mouth. Honey, you know that I would be more than happy to, but that decision's up to you. Yeah, well, I'm not sure that Brad would talk to me if you were there anyway. It's just that I'm not sure if I could make myself go alone. Look, maybe you should try and straighten out exactly what it is you want to say. Yeah, but how can I do that if I don't even know what he wants? Well, don't you have an idea? No. It's going to be the worst, I know it. I'm afraid I agree with you. I mean, when you take into consideration how he's behaved so far. Yeah. Well, since he's getting married, I guess the only real solution would be to shoot me, huh? Lana, I don't think he's going to do that. Maybe I'm just saying it because it would be a good solution for me, too. Look, I know you have a lot of reasons to feel confused, but I mean, try not to despair. Kathy, I know seeing Brad is going to be awful. And I don't know what I'm going to say to him. All I really want to say to him is, Brad, please love me and let's make a home for our baby. You know, a few days ago, you were thinking about having a talk with Dr. Vernon. Have you given that any more thought? Yeah. He's fantasized about it several times. But the fantasy keeps ending with Will saying, so what can I do about it as a grown man? Well, that is true. Look, I don't even know him that well. Brad hates him so much. Because my impressions of Will are based on Brad's feelings for him. Well, I know him pretty well, and I think he's a very decent, extremely thoughtful person. Yeah, well, so what? What can you do anyway? If you were to go to Brad and tell him, son, you've got to do the right thing by Lana, Brad would just laugh in his face.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Yes.
Yes, we're very sure about our plans for marriage, Will.
But is it because you're really in love with each other? Or is it because it seems to be a solution to other things?
She's marrying me because she happens to love me. And who are you to sit in judgment on our marriage when you made such a fiasco out of your own?
That's why I'm asking you, Brad. I don't want that to happen to you. Brad, I told you that I felt that you've matured a great deal lately. You, for the first time in your life, started something and really stuck to it. I honestly feel that your health club will continue to be a success.
My health club and my marriage, both.
I really hope so.
Well, then what are we here for?
Because you're two very different people. Right now, that might not seem very important to you, but in time it will become
Well,
very...
it's not as though we're a couple of 18-year-olds who've just graduated from high school and are bound and determined to get married. I mean, we've been through enough. We've been through a lot of experiences. We understand ourselves. We know what we want.
Jenny, from what I know of you, you want, you need a very serene, useful kind of life.
But you'd never get that from me, right? Whereas you, on the other hand, would be able to give it to her? Is that what you're saying? No, come on, Jane. Don't you see what he's doing? I mean, under the guise of worrying about us, he's practically proposing to you right under my nose, and I'm not going to let him get away with that.
Your father and son is...
It's something I deeply regret. Come on, Jane, I've had enough of this. I'm leaving.
Brett, wait. I want to say something to you, Father. Well, I know you're concerned about both of us, and I appreciate it. We both appreciate that. See, I don't think you understand me or Brad very well. I don't think you can understand our relationship. The thing is that we love each other very much, and we're going to have a good and happy life together. So, won't you give us your blessing? I mean, no matter what Brad says, we both want it very much.
All right. I wish you all the luck and happiness in the world.
Come in.
Hi, you busy?
Of course, Richard. I'm always busy.
Yeah, I guess that's a dumb question. Only enough hours in the day to run an empire, huh? I bought you my mock-up for the magazine project.
Thank you.
Pretty quick, huh?
We appreciate your promptness. However, Edwina was a little more prompt.
How's that?
Well, she brought me hers about an hour and a half ago.
You're kidding.
When you run an empire, you don't have time to kid.
I guess I'm just a little surprised, that's all, because... Oh, Edwina.
Would you like to tell me what you find so hilarious?
It just reminds me of when Edwina and I were in school together.
I didn't know the two of you were in school together.
Oh, that's right. You weren't at that meeting, were you? Oh, never mind. But it looks like Edwina still hasn't lost that competitiveness from her college days. She's still looking to find a gold star or an A at the top of her work.
Richard, there's nothing wrong with competitiveness. And from what I've seen of you around here, you're certainly a very competitive person.
Not really. I'm aggressive. I think you have to be aggressive in this business, in the newspaper world. But for me, the competition comes from competing with myself, topping myself.
Well, how nice. It's very admirable.
Yeah. So anyway, I hope this won't be happening anymore. I mean, you're giving Edwina and me the same project to see who gets the A's and who gets the B's.
Richard, Paul and I are in charge of the assignment for this magazine, and what we do will be for the magazine's best interest.
Because that report card business can get really boring. Besides, my mother lives in Europe. And I have to send the card to her, get it signed, then get it back to you promptly,
Richard, this probably will come as a shock to you. But I may be the only person in the world who's not amused by your sense of humor.
Oh, well, that's too bad. I'm sorry.
Because I think that under the guise of trying to be humorous, that you really make light of things that are very serious.
What? You mean making money?
Yes, that's the end result of business.
Oh, that's not serious to me. I could care less. I mean, I just need enough money to keep a roof over my head, keep my stomach full, and a little extra to have fun, now and then.
Well, what do you want me to say? To give you my congratulations or my condolences?
Neither. I'm just telling you my philosophy.
Good. I'll remember that the next time you come to see me for a raise.
Actually, the intriguing thing to me about money is all the things that people will go through to get it. And then all the scrambling around they do to keep it.
Richard, I believe that when you came in to see me about 3 hours ago, you asked me if I was busy. Didn't I say yes?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You really have one very infuriating habit.
Just what?
Well, the one that I'm referring to is your ability to act so casual around me. And somehow that comes off as you're trying to be superior to me.
Does that bother you?
Goodbye, Richard.
Right. Oh, anyway, I guess you really like the way I write, huh? I mean, you certainly aren't keeping me around here because our personalities mesh so brilliantly.
Joe Riley is in charge charge of hiring and firing.
Gotcha.
Sure.
Did it get to you at all?
You mean your father? No.
Sure.
Of course I'm sure.
I just don't want you to go home tonight. Could have been lying in the dark. Thinking that Will Vernon was right. Maybe Brad Vernon is the worst thing that could ever happen to you.
Brad, didn't you hear me tell your father how sure I was?
I know, but that was then. What I'm worried about is later, when you're lying alone in the dark and thinking.
I have thought enough about this subject. I think it's time to get our relationship going.
I hope so.
You know, for all that bravado of yours,
Sounds good.
yes, all that too, you certainly are very insecure, especially when it comes to love.
When it comes to your love, Jenny, you're so special. I'm so afraid of losing you. Hey, listen, I have to go. It's almost 3 o'clock. I have an appointment at 3.
Oh, really? Who's home?
I'm a salesman. I don't want to go, but I have to. And then, I'm going to go and buy a pair of pajamas.
Pajamas?
That's right. I'm going to go and find the sexiest pair of pajamas that I can lay my hands on so that I'll look incredibly dashing for a women. Take care.
Remember how to do it.
Terrific. It's just great. I'm going to even make it best.
Thank you. You know, I've been on my feet almost half an hour.
And the doctor said you could stay up for another half an hour.
Well, that's nice of them, but however, I would like to spend half of that sitting down, I think.
Oh, the chair. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you very much.
See you, darling.
Such attention. Yes, thank you.
Such wonderful attention. Well, I know what you women have been going through all these years. Having chairs pushed up for you. Doors open. Sweetheart, if it's all right with you, I'd like to continue with this arrangement, even after I'm fully recovered.
We'll talk about it. How long are you going to be in the hospital, Jeff?
Not too long. That's all they told me, not too long. But Jenny, you know what hospitals are like. I think that sort of information should be kept secret.
Sweetheart, I think they really don't know.
Anyway, that's what they told me. Not enough about me. I'm sick and tired of concerning myself with my own problems and my physical state. Viki tells me you have some wonderful news.
Yes? I am soon to become Mrs. Brad Vernon.
Well, isn't that, Mark? Viki and I are wholehearted supporters of the marriage institution.
Oh, well, given how terrific your marriage is, I'm not surprised. I just hope that Brad and I can be as happy, as close as you two are. Well, we personally don't think that anybody can, but we're very prejudiced. Have you set a date? Not exactly, but I think it'll be next week.
That's soon. You work fast, don't you?
Well, I figure once I made up my mind, there's no point in waiting, right?
Good for you. I just hope I'm out of this place for the big event.
Oh, I hope you will be. I hope you'll both be there. You're practically family to me.
I know. I haven't got much time, so... Let's sit down.
So? Why did you want to see me?
Because I think I've figured out a solution to this whole mess. Lana claims to be pregnant. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't, I don't know. And you claim it's mine. Again, you're telling the truth, maybe you aren't. I have no way of knowing. But I have to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Well, thank you very much.
Come on, we haven't got time. So, Kathy. The point is that I've got a solution.
Will you please just open it up?
Airline ticket?
That's right.
First class to Los Angeles?
Yep. One way. There's more in the envelope. Well, don't take that out. That's someone will see it. It's $1,000.
$1,000? I don't believe this. I don't believe you.
Lana, what do you expect me to do? I'm trying to make some sort of provision for you.
Oh, yeah? A little cash, an airline ticket, and your conscience is clear, right?
My conscience is clear anyway. I'm trying to make some sort of provision for your future, that's all.
It's not my future you're worried about, Brad Vernon. It's yours. You're just trying to buy me off and send me away so that you can marry Jenny like none of this is even happening.
All right, Lana, look, it's true. It caused me a lot of trouble. You could stay around here and hassle me and go running off to Jenny. Things could get pretty nasty. But I think you know that I could be a lot nastier than you can. And in the end, you would get hurt more than I would.
Quite sure you're right.
Anyway, I think we better, part with some pleasant memories.
All of those have already been destroyed, Brad. Right now, I would like to forget that I ever even knew you. However, since I am going to have a child, that's going to be a little hard to do.
Anna, you don't have to have the child. You know it. You could have an abortion. Go to L.A., start a new life for yourself. All you have to do is just confirm the reservation and leave.
How I misjudged you.
Lana, look, I'm sure that you've been talking to Cathy, and I'm sure she's been telling you what a neat thing it is to have a child out of wedlock. But listen to me. Cathy is a lot stronger than you are. I think if you leave here and think about things, start a new life, things will take on a different perspective for you. All right? Well, take care. Ideas here for departments and features that I would like to incorporate in the magazine.
Right. Now, I agree with you completely. Richard does have some very good ideas, but it's almost as if he didn't care to develop any of them.
Well, I don't know about that.
Why don't we take Edwina out to dinner tonight? Sort of a celebration.
Well, I'm afraid not tonight, Dorian, because it is my birthday, and I would like to spend it with my family.
Oh, yes, of course. Happy birthday, Paul.
Thank you.
It's also so nice to hear you say family, and to know that's what the three of you have become once again.
Tony, you know how much I want to see you, and that I hate a whole day going by without being with you. It is Paul's birthday, and there is no way that I can't be here. No, Brian would not understand that. And I think that you have to understand my position, you know? Okay, all right. Brian should be in bed about 10, and, I'll come over and see you then, all right? Okay, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Paul and I agreed that although they were both very excellent, we preferred Edwina to Richard.
Well, there you go, Edwina. The gold star.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Lloyd. Although I'm sure Richard's was as good as mine. Well, actually, yours was more detailed. Richard seemed to throw out a lot of ideas.
Yeah, you're right, Dorian. Edwina just generally does think more than I do.
Well, unfortunately, I have another meeting I have to go to today. Thank you again for all the attention that you gave to this project, and please, there's no need to leave. In fact, Richard, if you'd like, you may look over Edwina's project.
Thank you, Dorian.
Goodbye, then. Goodbye.
Edwina, you can stop acting humble now. She's gone.
I don't understand, Richard. You heard her. She thought our ideas were both good.
Congratulations. Just like I told you, your orderly mind beat out my random one.
Tell you what, let's go out. I'll buy you an Irish coffee.
Why Irish coffee?
Because you're the one who introduced them to me years ago.
I did? I remember that.
Richard, you certainly have a way of deflating my ego. I have so many memories of you. And you keep acting as if I was just part of the scenery of Princeton.
Okay, we'll go out and have an Irish coffee, but I'll buy my own. I don't want to be in debt to you.
You wouldn't be, Richard.
Okay, so, let's go.
Well, here you go, Dad. Happy birthday.
Yes,
happy birthday, Paul.
Well, this is really exciting. Let's see, which one should I open first?
Doesn't matter.
Well, I think I'll try this big one.
That's for me.
I can't wait to see what it is. Oh, photograph album?
Yeah, pictures of me and Mom. From when you were gone. So you know what we looked like then.
Oh. 4 years of memories. Everything I missed. Thanks, son. It's the greatest present you could have given me.
Well, I'm afraid that my gift pales in comparison. You should open it anyway.
We'll see about that. Oh, a wallet.
Well, now, wait a minute. You know, I figured you have a new job, you're making new money, you might as well have a new wallet to put it in.
Exactly. Well, I will put this in my pocket. And this, I think I'll just keep near my heart.
Do you know what happens next?
20 people come jumping out and yell surprise.
No.
20 people jump out of a cake and yell surprise?
Getting closer.
Uh-huh.
Here we are.
Oh, no.
Happy birthday to you. I'm losing the candle. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, dear Paul. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, I feel like I'm 6 years old again. Well, here goes.
Wait. You gotta make a wish first.